I think it's mainly just sheer size. And well, there's a few things. Size, I think, is probably the biggest one that, people just like to talk up. If you write a negative article about a smaller exchange, nobody cares. You don't get clicks. But if whatever article you put Binance name in the title and hopefully something negative, people click more. When it's positive, you say, look, Binance did this thing that was great. Nobody cares, right? So to sell news has to be negative. And also the crypto, right? So anything that's crypto, they want to associate a negative spin on it. And the third thing is, unfortunately, like I look like I'm Chinese ethnicity, right? So one of my friends in the US, he told me that no, in the US, they care about three things right now: inflation, crypto, and China.
The collapse of FTX in November had a significant impact on Binance, one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges. The aftermath was marked by a wave of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, amplified by alarming news headlines and personal attacks targeting Binance CEO, Changpeng Zhao. Reports surfaced suggesting that Binance was facing a potential collapse similar to FTX, raising concerns about the safety of customer funds. In response to the challenging market conditions and its previous rapid expansion, Binance initiated layoffs of uncertain proportions. Amidst the turmoil, Binance Chief Strategy Officer, Patrick Hillman, attempted to address the concerns by stating that the movement of funds between wallets was a common practice and not indicative of any problems. However, doubts continued to linger. Changpeng Zhao firmly denied allegations of financial trouble, highlighting Binance's commitment to profitability through ongoing cost-cutting measures. He emphasized that the exchange regularly reviews its workforce to ensure alignment with the company's culture and circumstances. Bao also addressed transparency issues within Binance, seeking to dispel doubts and restore confidence in the exchange. He acknowledged the challenges faced by the entire cryptocurrency industry and expressed a dedication to navigating them while prioritizing investor protection. Despite the ongoing scrutiny, Bao's aim is to focus on maintaining profitability, fostering a unique company culture, and providing transparent services to the crypto community.
Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your comment and observations in the comment section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Industry is early. In such early industries, there's always fraud, there's always bad players, there's always failures. And over time, the industry will grow, will sort of accumulate around a few large successful players. But then that's centralization. Today, I think Binance is too large. Binance.com, the centralized exchange, is too large. So I actually want to invest more in DeFi projects and make them grow. I think the future is DeFi. And they will be more decentralized. But at the same time, even if you look at DeFi, Uniswap takes 70% of trading volume in DeFi, right? So there are natural network effects there, but we still want to diversify. And so as an industry, it's better to have multiple players and at roughly equal sizes, more competition, more geographic distribution. So all of those will be better. And the more choices users have, the more competition there are, the stronger players will emerge eventually. So I think that's got to happen. Well, it is happening, but in the process, it's never smooth. It's always going to be issues. If you use a centralized platform like Tether, like Binance, we want to be as transparent as possible, but there are limits. So in the last year, we've done proof of reserves. We actually did a new mechanism of proof of reserves using ZK Snarks. It was actually suggested by Vitalik, and we worked with their team to do that. There are limitations to proof of reserves. There are limitations to everything. So, and as a private company, we also need to make sure our privacy is protected, right? So if we publish all of our wallet addresses that we use, and you'll be very clear which vendors we use, and those vendors may be attacked by hackers. Our SMS providers, which has been attacked by hackers before. Our email providers, which has been attacked by hackers before. So there are privacy, security, and other competitive considerations. We're not a public company. We may not want to open our books so that our competitor knows exactly how much we spend on HR, exactly how much we spend on security, how much we spend on marketing. And then, so there are considerations there. So businesses are not complete transparent boxes, right? So they will, and Tether, right? So which bank do they use? And 4 or 5 years ago, every time they release which banks they use, that bank gets shut down, right? So there are real operational considerations. I'm not saying that. No, I do think that Tether is too much of a black box as an outsider. So There are those considerations, and then there are FUD. There's FUD that comes in, and then there's what do the users believe, right? How do we find truth? So fundamentally, it's risk management. If you're using a new exchange platform, don't put all your money on one platform, and don't put all your money in one DeFi project. So that's risk management. Don't put all your money in one wallet.
During his interview with Bankless, Zhao emphasized the importance of proper asset allocation. He stressed the need for individuals to pay close attention to diversification and risk management when managing their assets. The 46-year-old billionaire investor also highlighted the significance of educating oneself about the risks associated with using an exchange firm before engaging with it. Zhao cautioned that this might require extra effort, such as conducting research and seeking information beyond media reports. He emphasized the importance of learning to filter truths from lies. Furthermore, he expressed a pressing need to restructure the educational system to prioritize critical thinking skills. According to Zhao, it is essential for children to learn how to think critically instead of passively accepting everything they are told. The interview provided further insights from Zhao on these topics.
So this diversification and this learning about different the projects you interact with, learning about the platforms you use, learn about the ledger technologies, understanding those concepts. Education, I think, is the best thing. And then there are fraud, which are very hard to differentiate. FTX, we didn't see that coming. Luna, we could have seen that coming. To be honest, the design was flawed. You can't mint Luna to try to push back the UST. That doesn't work. Minting doesn't increase value.
Seems so obvious now.
Seems obvious now, but some people actually did point that out, but nobody listened. Well, very few guys listened. So now we're learning that lesson. Three Arrows was a mismanagement of funds. They lost a bit of money on Luna, and then they went a bit crazy, or they went very aggressive. They lost more money over time. And then Three Arrows probably brought down Voyager and Genesis because they moved a lot of money to them. It was a very convoluted web of loans, borrowing going on. I actually don't know the full story. I've seen bits and pieces of it. And then there was Genesis, and then even Gemini is somehow involved in there. And then FTX happened, which really exaggerated all of those things. So the industry does have systematic risk, right? So in this last 4 years, this DeFi cycle, there's a lot of borrowing, there's a lot of loans, there's a lot of high yield, APY. All of those are high risk. So if you want high returns, you're going to deal with high risk. So and also people should learn to judge businesses for what they are, right? So there are businesses that are very simple that make money. Tether is one of them. They hold a large amount of reserves and they just make money on interest rate that's billions of dollars. Binance, we run a slightly more heavier business. Our business model is very simple. People trade, we charge commissions. People can get a feel how many users we have. Just by the amount of FUD that we get, just by the amount of news articles that cover us, etc. So people can get a sense. And we run a simple, profitable business model, and we don't need to do that. And we also don't have loans, right? We even put out a tweet saying whoever can prove that we actually have any meaningful amount of loans from anybody can claim $15,000. No one came forward. It was actually posted by a friend of mine, the founder of Beef Fury, George. And no, he's a friend of mine, but he's very independent from us. We don't have any business relationships. So we have done our part to be transparent, but the businesses have limitations on how transparent we can or will be. There is always a level of risk with any product you use, with any platform you use, with any contract, even using a bank, right? We've seen banks fail. And actually, we now know many of them fail. So I think it's really the fundamental risk management and ability to research and not get simple-minded, just read one article and believe everything in that article, both good and bad. All of those things need to come into play. But we don't teach our kids in school about this, right? So we don't students are young kids are taught in school to believe what they read. And that is not good. We need to teach more about critical thinking, challenging everything. So we need to drill those skills into young generations. But I think as the technology are providing more information, more access to decentralization, I think all of those things are coming together. Yeah.
During the interview, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao raised the possibility of Binance purchasing a bank to address the banking challenges faced by the cryptocurrency industry. CZ mentioned that Binance might make small investments in select banks with the hope of encouraging a more crypto-friendly environment. However, it was acknowledged that acquiring or investing in banks might not fully resolve the industry's banking issues. CZ emphasized that regulatory intervention was necessary to effectively tackle these challenges. In other news, Tether's stablecoin reached a new all-time high market capitalization, surpassing its previous record of $83.2 billion. After experiencing a decline following the Terra Luna and FTX collapses, USDT's market cap dropped to $65.43 billion before bouncing back to its current peak. CZ attributed part of USDT's growth to the regulatory crackdown on BUSD, another stablecoin, which has contributed to increased adoption of USDT. The interview sparked discussions about Binance's intentions and whether the exchange is being intentionally targeted or could potentially face another significant collapse. The community was encouraged to share their thoughts and observations on CZ's interview, inviting comments and opinions on the matter. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.